This Sony Handycam sold for full asking price within a week, just like we predicted in our previous video. We also had these sales come in yesterday and a couple overnight. Let's talk about it. Hello, this is an unplanned solo mission, but we had such a fantastic Monday, I couldn't just not share this with you. Yesterday was just wild. We had consistent high dollar sales throughout the day, and we set a brand new record on number of sales on Poshmark, which is something that we don't focus a lot of attention on. We're primarily eBay resellers. And so if this is your first time on our channel, I welcome you. My name is Edin. I am one half of Hustle and Hooks. My wife Melinda and I are part-time resellers based out of Michigan, and we find gently used goods and sell them online for profit. So in this video, I just want to quickly show you what all sold for us yesterday and show you that our system of looking things up and determining sell-through rate and pricing accordingly actually works. And that's the first thing that I want to show you is this Sony Handycam camera. This camera here, we found locally on Facebook Marketplace. They wanted $75 for it. We offered $50 and we met at $60. We turned that $60 into a $150 sale within a week, just like predicted based off of the sell-through rate. Now, if you're not sure what a sell-through rate is, it's basically a quick glance at eBay and looking at the market demand, comparing how many of that item have sold, comparing that to how many are available in the market now, and determining that percentage or that sell-through rate. If you want to know more, I'll link that video down below in the description. It's one of our most popular videos because we explain something in a way you can actually see it. And this one is actually part of that video. This example was featured in it. So take a look, trust us. It's not perfect, but the system works and it works well. We sold 2 of these hubcaps in the same day. Unfortunately, they're going to 2 different buyers. These are steel or metal hubcaps, not 100% sure. They're definitely original. They say Ford Motor Company on them. And based off of similar listings and dimensions and the way this hubcap looks, it goes to a Ford pickup truck. So we put that in the description. And like I said, 2 sold. They sold for $28 free shipping each. We calculated about $12 to ship these each. Not a huge profit, but they're not in really great condition. They're a bit banged up. They have some dents on them, some rust on them, etc. So we priced these to sell for sure, and they did. They sold within a month and a half. We bought these at our favorite honey hole, that pay what you want sale, so we have less than $1 into both. Speaking of metal, we sold another Revereware. Revereware is a great brand. You can identify it by this style handle, and also the lid is slightly domed and has a checkered look to it. But the easiest way to identify them is by the copper bottom. There's only a few manufacturers that use this system back in the day. This one is actually stamped 3-quart, Rome, New York, USA. We do clean these up before we sell them, and that helps the value. This one sold for $45 with free shipping. It'll cost us about $12 or so to ship this out. It is a little bit bulkier. Really nice sale. Took a little bit longer, but with these pieces, they don't make it anymore. We look for the right buyer, and we found one. Next up, we have a PlayStation 2 vertical stand for the Slim. It basically, you just take the console and you screw this in the bottom and it helps it stand up. It sold for $27 with free shipping. It's first class, it'll be about $4 to ship it. First class with USPS. We have less than $1 into it. It came from a bundle, and when we see these, we sell them individually. We've sold this before. You can identify it by the sticker on the back. It simply says Sony vertical stand, and it also has a manufacturer's number. And we sold this Playmobil set. It's a older set. It was still sealed. Really neat piece. Couldn't find any comps on Amazon or eBay for the sealed version, so we went high because nobody else was selling this exact one sealed. For a collector, this is a great item to have, as they're not making this set anymore. We paid $5 at a private pick, and it sold for $90 with free shipping. It'll cost about $15 to ship it out. We had 3 jean sales yesterday, 2 of them on our eBay store, 1 on Poshmark. The first one is this, a NYDJ, not your daughter's jeans, I think it is. I think I mispronounced it last time. Pretty simple jean. This brand does relatively well for us. This is the Maryland model. It sold for $34 free ship. It'll be $7.91 to ship it in a padded flat rate envelope. These Miss Me's sold. Miss Me is a really good brand to look out for. They're super sparkly and loud. This model sold for $35 with free shipping. Same thing. We're gonna put it in a padded envelope. And then over on Poshmark, we sold a pair of these BKE Blacks. They're designer jean. These retail for over $100, so they command a really good price on the secondhand market. This one sold for $35. They paid for shipping on Poshmark. We paid $5 each for those jeans. We also had 2 shoe sales on Poshmark. These Born leather sneakers sold for $25. They paid for shipping. We paid $6 for them, so decent profit on them. And then these Timberlands, these are women's or youth size. They have some damage up front, but we put some leather lotion on them, sold them for $25. Again, they pay for shipping on Poshmark for both of those shoes. Also on Poshmark, this historic jersey with historic baseball team sold. It's a 5XL, which is a huge size, and it sold for $45. They pay for shipping. It was a full price sale on Poshmark. I paid $1 for this at a local thrift store that's like an independent thrift store. So pretty neat find. Took a couple months to sell, had a stain on it that we removed. Really happy with that $1 into $45 plus they pay for shipping sale. And we sold another pair of rollerblades or inline skates. These are the Zetra Blade from Rollerblade, I guess that's the company name. Picked these up in that haul with those other inline skates we sold yesterday on Posh. So $40 for these, they pay for shipping. And again, shipping will be pretty costly on something so bulky. Extremely happy to see these move so fast. The most expensive sale of yesterday was this. It's an interesting one. And you're like, hey, what is that? I don't know. That's the thing, right? You don't have to really know a lot about products when you're selling them on eBay. You just have to have a general idea. This is a Tramex Moisture Encounter. It's basically a moisture detection system for house inspectors, construction workers, etc. Someone in whatever industry requires them to understand the moisture level of whatever they're testing. So we paid about $5 in a bulk private pick for this little guy here, and it sold for $180 with free shipping, and this will ship for, it could ship light first class, but we're going to ship it with USPS priority to get it to them faster and to have some insurance, because USPS first class does not offer any insurance on your items. So keep that in mind. If you're selling small items that are lightweight but expensive, you might want to just pay the extra couple of bucks to get that insurance on it. We did pop batteries into this. We did put some water in a general area and tested it. It does work to the best of our knowledge. I'm sure it does need to be calibrated, but we'll leave that to the buyer. So up next, I'll show you a couple of packaging tips, and then after that, we'll break down how much we actually made in all of these sales yesterday. These 4 items of clothing will simply go into these padded flat rate envelopes. So keep in mind, if you're shipping with these flat rate envelopes, you need to pay the flat rate price. Also, Poshmark, they don't care if you're using flat rates or not. It's part of their agreement. You can read that on their shipping label. So that's all the clothing. Shoes are gonna go in shoe boxes. And this is going to go in a double 12 by 12 by 8, and I'll show you that in a second. Shoes are always the same. We use the USPS shoe boxes. We put a little bit of craft paper on the bottom, then we wrap them. And once they're wrapped, they just simply fit inside the shoebox. And then we just use a little bit of paper and put it on top so that they don't shake around, and that's it. So here are those rollerblades. They're gonna fit roughly like this. And I have another box as a lid. Just invert it, and then it'll go down pretty smooth, especially when I have both hands available. But this will go down quite a bit. I'm just gonna tape around it. Before I close it, I will take craft paper and stuff all the gaps so that the rollerblades are not shaking around. So I got it surrounded with paper. Now I'm just gonna use this as a lid, close it up, tape it up, and this one is finished. These 4 items are pretty straightforward. This will just be bubble wrap put in a bag. This will be bubble wrapped inside the case and outside the case and put in a small box. This will just go inside of a box, a little bit of bubble wrap just to protect the edges. And then this is already well protected in this case. Bubble wrap the case a couple of times, put it in a shoebox just like this one. That's how we're gonna do that. Then I'll show you how I'm going to ship that rearwear and those metal rims or hubcaps. Here's that Sony Handycam. I bubble wrapped it pretty tight. Remember, bubble wrap is cheap. They continue to make it. They're probably making it as we speak, but they don't make Sony Handycams anymore. So make sure you protect your stuff. Now I'm just gonna take paper, stuff those voids so that it's not shaking around, and it's done. Here it is right before we close it. Everything is stuffed so that it doesn't shake. This one just needs to be taped up and it's done. For these hubcaps, I'm actually going to utilize a bag. So what I'm going to do is take them each and put them inside of this box, slide them in without erecting the box. I'll show you that in a second. Once it's inside the box, I'm just going to tape each side so that it stays in place. And then I'm going to put it in a bag. Here it is taped up just to stay in place. Remember, these hubcaps were made to withstand being on a car, right? So it's not like they are easily damaged. Of course they can be dented, but this is pretty thick cardboard. It should be perfectly fine just inside of that bag. So don't overcomplicate stuff. As many things you can put in a bag, the better. And the last packing tip for this video before we get into the numbers is this pot. We always do the same way. We take off the lid, we invert it, but first we're gonna wrap the lid in paper, then we're gonna wrap the entire thing in paper, then we're gonna wrap all of it again the other way, and we're gonna put it in a box. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, done. So 2 more sales rolled in during the filming and packaging process. These buckles sold for $30 on Poshmark, we paid $10. And then this rearwear 12-inch skillet with lid, that sold for $63 on eBay. So we'll get that packed up. So here's that 12-inch skillet. Same method as that hubcap. Paper wrap and it's wrapped in a cardboard box. And then I'm just gonna put it in a bag. Primarily using the bag just for moisture control. So this one sold for $63. We paid $5 for it off of Facebook Marketplace, and that's ready to go. In this video, we sold $877 gross. We paid $86 in shipping. The cost of goods sold were $135. We paid roughly $90 in fees, which left us $566 net. And after taxes, cash in the bank, $425. That's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for everyone that's watching. Thank you everyone that subscribed to the channel. We hope this video and all of our videos are bringing you value, and we wish you a great day. See you in our next one.